Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It has Boy82 here. The intro is different every time. Anyways, we are taking a look at another figure from the newest wave of G.I. Joe Classified, and that would be the Cobra Ally Scrap Iron. Now, I am a pretty big fan of Scrap Iron. I don't know. It's gotta be one of my favorite Cobra guys. I like Zartan and the Dreadnoughts. I'm not a big fan of his sister and his brother and a couple of the extra Dreadnoughts they ended up getting along the way. I like the three main ones, Ripper, Buzzer, and Torch. I'm so glad they are announced. Cannot wait for them to... We have the render for Buzzer and Ripper. Can't wait to see Torch's render. Can't wait to see in-hand figures of those, in-hand pictures of those. That'll be way later on though, like sometime next year, I'm assuming. I could be wrong. Although I'm thinking it's definitely going to be a next year, early next year figure. Like probably around, I don't want to say winter, spring, probably going to be spring. Anyways, but as far as the base Cobra guys go, Firefly and Scrap Iron are my favorite, and I am so glad to have Scrap Iron, and I cannot wait to get Firefly in the next wave. Definitely gonna be picking him up. So yeah, I'm glad we got these two, the great explosive saboteur people. He's like explosives, and Firefly kind of got mixed in with explosives, but he was supposed to be saboteuring. I guess saboteuring is exploding. You know, like who's to say? Who are you to say? Bust open this premium box, which was pretty heavy, by the way. The drone is a pretty weighty piece. Here is the, oh yeah, Scrap Iron anti-armor drone. Yeah, they're very tackle box looking. I guess these are just weapon cases. I'm sorry, they're weapon like suitcases almost. I don't know exactly what to call them, but something like that. That is a fucking weighty ass drone. I should probably not have slammed that down on this poor baby. That's alright. It's been through worse. But here he is. Here's the great Scrap Iron. I like the interpretation they did of his face. Kind of makes him look a lot like Firefly, but this is a little more severe. Let's get those stupid fucking ropes off. Absolute worst part. Worst part of Windowless packaging. No question. No contest. This is the worst fucking part. Yeah, at least here the ropes are spaced out far enough that, or at least on the drone, I guess, the ropes are spaced out far enough that it's not that big a deal to saw through them like this. You know, maybe I need to just invest in a pair of scissors. Like, the knife is fancy and nice, but I think I just need a pair of scissors. Or I really just need to sharpen this knife. Whichever one comes first. Oh, there we go. Is that enough to get the legs free? No. How am I still missing? I gotta. Oh, it's because it's two ropes. Never enough ropes. Never enough ropes. There's the feet. Wheels are stiff. I don't like that. Oh, I guess those don't move independent. That's unfortunate. They looked like they okay, I'm sorry. Those totally looked like so already spoiling it. Okay, we'll just continue. We will continue with the rest of the de-ropening. What is this? What the fuck does this rope hold on to? Oh. It's like... Alright, there's the big topper piece. That's very... That's a... something. I'm a little bit lost at words already. Oh. Come on. Can we just get his feet undid without having to de-rope him? No, we can't. They've bound this man. Free my man. He ain't do nothing wrong. The man in question. free, bro. He ain't do nothing wrong. There. What an ordeal. Fuck windowless packaging for that. Alright, we got him. Very nice. Very nice first impression so far. I love this overlay they put him on. Love this head. This is a terrific fucking head sculpt. This is just a terrific looking figure. Sorry, I'm in love. Just in love already. This has gotta be my favorite from the wave. At first I thought my favorite from the wave would be Shipwreck. Now I am very leaning on him. Although I haven't gotten Torpedo yet. He's supposed to come in tomorrow, so we'll see. I'll do his review, and it probably won't be tomorrow by the time this is posted up. But we'll get that together, and then we'll just be, I don't know, we'll be balling. A little conflicted on the accessories to come with. A lot of people were, but I kind of like it. I like blast effects. I'm a big SH Figure Arts fan, so I like blast effects. I mean, I love the bits in the Viper pack, and then soon to be Valkyrie pack, and the Steel Brigade pack, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. I like blast effects. Those are nice. Those are gonna have a good shelf presence. Although, hang on. Okay, so I like these. These are great. Bazooka's been... I've been seeing a lot of people have fun with Bazooka in these, and I have Tiger Force Bazooka, so I might put that on there and see what that's like. Obviously not this one. It's too long, but definitely this one. Okay, hang on, though. These pieces, wow, these are remarkably similar. So, wow. I guess the other pieces in here. Okay, yeah, the other... I was about to say, damn, I thought we were supposed to get different looking blast effects. Oh no, I dropped his controller. His remote controller. Rocket. Helmet. Oh, there's that other blast effect. Handgun, and then there's the other blast effect. Okay, so not bad all in all. However, okay, now I will say, I was under the impression that this would look something like this, like a tall flat one, almost like the Saiyan effects that are behind them, except in an explosion-y kind of color. And I guess these aren't bad. These do definitely convey what they're supposed to. So let's just get them out of the way though for now, because they're just kind of in the way till we do something with them. Here's the base to the drone. Won't lie, a little disappointed. I was under the interpretation, firstly, that these treads moved. They don't. These don't fucking move. Are you serious? Am I just tripping? No, I am not. These just don't move. Okay, that's a little whack. And then I was also under the impression that you could, like, move this slightly higher than this. I guess that's just the that is so whack. Okay, and then this piece, let's just snap this on. I mean, it's nice when it's all put together. But I was under the impression you could have one foot like higher and the back foot still low. I mean, you kind of can, but not how I was picturing. Because I thought these two treads would move independently of each other. And there's very clearly the articulation cuts that they should be, but they're just like for show. And also the treads don't move. Why don't the treads move? What the hell? I'm sorry, that is actually really disappointing. Basically a fucking big statue with 3 points of movement. That is not what I expected for $40. I expected, at least these to move independently so that you could have one higher than the other instead of just being 2 points of movement. That's a bit... But the actual scrap iron, huge fan. Let's get that helmet on there. You got an ugly face, boy. You got an ugly face. That's a tight-fitting helmet. That has got to be one of the tightest helmets they've made. Still didn't really get that on there right. That is like tight to slide on there, but really loose once it's on his head. That's funny. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, that's going to be a bitch when you move him around. And then his basic handgun, nothing special. Hang on, sorry. the basic handgun, nothing special. I mean, this is a new handgun for sure. Like, I don't remember seeing this come with anybody, but it's pretty basic though. So, ultimately good. It's a little shame he didn't come with any, like, assault rifles of his own. But, that's alright. Wow, that handgun sits in there funny. I guess just kind of how it's made. Alright, and here's his controller. I thought, oh well, okay, I was maybe expecting a bit much when I expected these to move. Maybe it was a bit much, but you know, oh, this is going to be fun to work into his hand. No, what do you mean?
Scrap Iron, what do you mean you're using the Nintendo Switch to control the drone?
Scrap Iron using the Nintendo Switch to control the drone. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out off camera. Let's get the rockets loaded in the thinger. Let's see how those slide in there. Oh, those just slide right in there, basically. Which, you know, leaves them sitting in there kind of loosely, but I mean, like, they snap, but then they don't. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's nice, I guess. Let's see how these stupid things go in here. Oh, I guess these, like, have kind of a hole to slide into. And then these peg to the end. Wow, you can really get those in there. Very good, very good. I'm gonna change angles. Alright, yeah, this is a much better angle to actually, like, look at the drone. Scrap Iron, you're not sleeping on the job, buddy. There we go. Yeah, alright. I mean, it's nice, but wow, this is, like, very static. Like I said, I wasn't expecting more articulation out of it. I expected these treads to move separately. I'm kind of over the actual treads not moving. That is a little silly, I guess, but come on, this should move independently from this. These should not be on the same thing. That would basically mean it would have, if it actually worked like that, that would mean it would have, like, sorry, just get the rockets out of the thing. That would mean it would have, like, like 5 points of articulation, maybe 6. As it stands, it has like 3. So, yeah, I don't know. I was kind of, like I said, just kind of expecting a little more. I didn't think I was wrong for that. Okay, so now, you know, I went from, wow, this wave has kind of been a mixed ride of emotions here. I went from being like a very big defender of this line to kind of a little sucky about it. Overall, this wave is like really solid with the figure picks, but then you have certain things fuck up, like Rock and Roll's paint and Shipwreck's hat paint, and actually nothing is wrong with him. I mean, there's a universe where I opened the box and maybe he had a paint defect, but thankfully I don't live in that universe, and I got the one that's like perfect. But the drone's articulation is kind of not it for $50. This is a little unacceptable. Not $50. This is unacceptable for $40. Like, hang on. I do not have Crocmaster. I was thinking about getting him later. I know he's pretty decently articulated though. Wham! Another thing that they bundled with a figure for the same price tag. He has so much articulation. His fucking paws up here bend. His paws bend. His paws bend like crazy. The leg bends like crazy. The arm articulates. He's a little dusty. He's on the shelf. I need to dust. His head turns here, and his head turns here, and his freaking midsection bends and turns. His tail tends to. He has so much fucking articulation. This is a great articulated animal, a great 6-inch animal. I wasn't expecting that for this, obviously. Like, how could they do that? But I was expecting these fucking two things to be separate. I don't think that was too much to ask for. Like, God, I am so convinced I'm tripping. Like, I almost feel like I'm having an episode. No fucking way. That just doesn't move. No, it just does not move. God damn, that is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, okay. 3 points of articulation. Fucking 3-point articulation ass fucking chunk of plastic. I'm sorry, that's just really disappointing for this line. I wasn't expecting something as articulated as fuck, what is this guy's name? Oh, Timber. As Timber, but you know, I was at least expecting like minimum 5 points. 2 here, so that's 4, and then the one big pivot on the one big pivot here. So like 5. That would have been perfect. I'd have been like, oh cool, nice. Nope. 3. You get 3 points of articulation. And you are gonna like it. Yeah, I don't like it. I do not like it. It is unfortunate. Like it has a nice shelf presence, I guess. Like this is nice, but it should not have been $40. If this pack was $30, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's an incredibly reasonable price. At the $44 price tag, not very reasonable. $34 price tag, incredibly reasonable. I suspect that's why they included these big numb chunks. At first I thought, oh, it's okay, you know, they're extras. Now I'm looking at them as like, oh, they put these here so they could actually charge $49 or $44. That is unfortunate. That has just left me feeling unfortunate. That's okay, at least the actual figure is great. This is like my favorite fucking Cobra member. Second to maybe Firefly. I don't know. I mean, Cobra Commander himself will always be my favorite, but like as far as lackeys go, definitely a big Scrap Iron fan. Even though this little bastard traded him out to Mindbender. It was like, Mindbender, he's sabotaging the Serpentor. Like, screw you, dude. You should be loyal to Cobra Commander. He knows what's up. He doesn't actually speak like that. I forget how he speaks. I forget how he speaks, but whatever. Not important. Pretty nice guy. Just, yeah, get that off there. Ugh, ugh. Incredible head sculpt. Like, that is just terrific. So, I mean, that saves it. That saves this figure a ton. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm currently trying to work on getting the controller in his hand. Oh, I didn't even cover articulation. Well, I'm not covering articulation for this idiot. It has 3 points. This rotates full 360 up and down, oh, because it's on a ball joint that pops off. And these up and down, up and down, up and down. That's it. Disappointing. 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 Him, standard jaw articulation, full 360 at the arm, full 360 on the head, up and down, side to side, swivel because it's on a ball joint, dumbbell joint, up and down, up and down, up and down. Double jointed elbow, bicep cut, butterfly joint, but it's limited by the overlay. I'm sure he has an ab crunch, but again, limited by the overlay. Limited by the overlay. Rotation at the wrist, up and down on this wrist, up and down on this wrist. Full 360, another figure. I'm glad, you know what I will say about this wave, so far every figure has been perfectly seated on their ball joint on the leg so that there's no catches or nothing, which is good. However, this figure is limited because he has not an overlay, but web gear on his legs. So I would not recommend doing something like that because then the web gear kicks up. And then you have to fix it. Cut at the thigh. Double jointed. Is that too tight? Oh, that might be too tight. Oh, darn it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry. Did I imagine that? Did the paint just scuff off there? No, come on. You were perfect. You were perfect. No way that just happened. That doesn't even, I'm gripping it with gloves. How does that even happen? That's the kind of thing that happens when, you know, you're gripping it against the rough plastic. What the fuck? Or was it always there and I'm just now noticing because I'm actually, like, looking at the articulation? Okay, either way, standard articulation, good figure, except for that now. That's annoying. That is, like, just crazy. Like, I don't even, how does that even happen? Wow. Boy, this wave really has made me jaded. Like, that is unfortunate. I love this line. I went from being a big defender to now kind of like, wow, I understand why people have problems with it. Every figure I've ever had is like nothing crazy. Now all these now the figures from this wave have kind of just been fucking me up. With little small issues. Firstly, this is just too expensive for this fucking piece. Okay, first that paint scuff on the leg is shitty. But this is too fucking expensive for this thing. Like, this should have been a $34 pack, not a fucking $44 pack. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, these are fine, but now I don't look at them as extras. I look at them as like, wow, they had to include that to bump the price, didn't they? Rock and Roll had problems with his paint on the shoulders and the butterfly joint. Shipwreck had problems with his paint only on the hat, which was annoying because it's so small. It's like, wow, not that big a deal, but also kind of a big deal. And this guy, I mean, great figure, just wow, what an unfortunate paint scuff just there. Like, what the fuck, what happened? I was like, I'm holding him with gloves, he's literally touched nothing but gloved material hands. How does that happen? That is insane crazy. That is just insane crazy. Torpedo, you're my only hope. He's coming in the mail. Hopefully he's like knocking out of the park. If he is, then it saves this whole wave, I guess. I didn't get Copperhead, so I don't know. Maybe he's a great figure. Who knows? I mean, I won't know because I didn't get him. Wow, that's unfortunate. We're already in the angle where I do the sizzle shot, so I guess let me get him all fixed up. I'll come back when I get him fixed up. All right, we're back with the closeout angle. So I'm gonna move the camera. Yeah, I don't know. What a good. I like Scrap Iron. I'm glad he wasn't single packed because he kind of does need his drone. But also, I mean, did they need to make the drone that big? I guess is the question. Because if they just didn't make it that big. Because I mean, thinking about it comparatively on the vintage figure, it's not as big. You know what I mean? Like, it does not stand half as tall as him. It does when you put it on the, like, little tripod, but ultimately, that's, like, way smaller than this comparatively. So, it could have been a smaller piece, and they could have just had this been a deluxe figure. Oop, I took the missiles. Oops, that was funny. Let's angle that up. Angle that up. Oh my god, don't tell me this freaking ball joint can't support that. That is shitty. Oh, come on. You keep giving me more reasons to be angry at you. That'll work. That'll work. A deluxe figure for $34, like Snow Job, who I will be picking up when he comes out. Maybe, actually, this whole fucking wave has really jaded me. Like, that's just really fucking unfortunate. I can't believe I've been so bamboozled even by this wave. You had shitty paint on Rock and Roll's shoulders and butterfly joints. You had Shipwreck's hat being a little off, which actually was not that bad. I still recommend Shipwreck. I wouldn't recommend Rock and Roll. That's a big figure to buy at your own risk. This one I want to recommend, but not for the fucking price. This should have been a $34 figure. If it was, then I'd be like, yeah, recommend. Big recommend, because it's a nice little shelf presence piece here with this, and the actual Scrap Iron figure is really fucking good. So I don't know. I'm just really jaded by this whole wave. Again, Torpedo's the last chance. Hopefully he comes in tomorrow, doesn't let down, and I do the review for him, and he doesn't let down, and I'm like, whoa, what a great figure. He is like the hardest figure to get in this wave. He sold out so many times. Like, I thought Scrap Iron would be the harder one to get, or Shipwreck, but no. Everyone just had to have themselves a Torpedo. Everyone. Like, he sold out so many times. Like, so many times. And he was selling out, like, fucking 50 times over. He's unavailable at Hasbro. He's unavailable at GameStop. He was unavailable on Amazon. I think he's available in one of those places now. I don't actually know, but I had to get him from Big Bad Toy Store. That's why he's taken a bit to come in. Yeah, I saw he was in stock there. He was sold out there for a while too, but I guess he just came in stock and is in stock for a little bit. I think he's still in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. So, not sponsored, but if you want to pick up Torpedo, get your toys at Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, I don't like that guy's ad for that. He makes Big Bad Toy Store seem really fucking doofy, which is unfortunate. Anyways, I don't want no Shartimus Prime fans up here shitting on me. Please, forgive me. I was just joking. It is just a joke. Big beef now. No. Anyways, he was a hard figure to get. I'm glad I got him. He'll come in. Hopefully he'll change my mind. With how hard a figure he was, he better be fucking good. Like how hard a figure he was to get, he better be fucking good. Yeah, sold out. Crazy how much he sold out. I don't know why everyone had him. And you know what irritated me the most was everyone had to have him within the G.I. Joe community, which is, you know, good, but so many of the other communities were just fucking all over him. Like Marvel Legends and Black Series were pointing him out like, whoa, look at the torpedo, look at the torpedo, like all fucking loving on him. And I'm like, it's cool, I like seeing this line get love like that, but not really, because they were just using him as like, oh, why can't Hasbro pack my Marvel Legend figure with as many accessories and big things as this torpedo? What's up? And, you know, they don't understand the various like factors that go into all that. It was just annoying for a minute. I don't know. This might just be a dumb take, but I was just annoyed by that for a little bit. And I suspect, though, those Marvel Legend people are probably why Torpedo was so hard to get, because I think they had to have him. Because he is extremely plain enough to work with anything. Except for Star Wars, I guess. He's definitely not science fiction enough for that. But as far as, like, anything, like Marvel, like, he could be comics. He could be a Hydra wetsuit trooper or something. You know, like, he's so plain, he works with everything. If you want just a regular scuba diving looking dude, Torpedo, he's perfect. So yeah, I don't know. Everyone had to have him, which, I mean, I had to have him, so I guess it makes sense. All I know is that this wave has kind of disappointed me. Scrap Iron himself, I think he gets a 9. The figure gets a 9, but the drone gets a 3. That's out of 10. Drone gets a 3 out of 10. Hugely disappointing. So together, I mean, average that together, that makes this overall bundle get a 6. Unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I don't want it to get a 6. I want the drone to be good. I wanted the drone to have nice articulation. Nothing on, like, obviously Timber was always going to have way more articulation. He's a fucking animal. He has, like, so many points. I at least expected 5 bare minimum points on the drone, and couldn't get him. Nope. I was asking for too much, I guess, which, for the price, I don't think I was. Yeah, deeply disappointing. Rock and Roll really let me down. You know, I hope you check that review out. Buyer beware on him. You have to put that in the title. Yeah, what a disappointing figure. Hugely disappointing. This figure, the standalone Scrap Iron, unfortunately doesn't come standalone. Great, love him. The drone, kinda hate it a little bit. Again, if it wasn't so fucking expensive, I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, that's a nice little extra. It's a nice extra that, like, is nice and is, like, reasonable, and it provides a nice, like, shelf presence. Like, this is gonna look nice on the shelf, but it just has no articulation. Which is just shitty for that price. So yeah, all in all, this whole wave, I'll give the wave review, like a wave grading whenever I get Torpedo in. I hope he skews the view up, because right now I'm thinking I'm going to give this wave like a 6 out of 10. I wanted the wave to have like a 9 out of 10. The wave was supposed to have a 9 out of 10. I was very hopeful for all these figures, and then boom, letdown after letdown after letdown. Scrap Iron great, Drone bad, Rock and Roll's paint horrible on the things, and he's also common with a bunch of other paint app mistakes for him specifically. I just didn't get them. I just got one of them, one of the multiple possibilities, so that's shitty. Shipwreck was good, but had a little minor inconvenient paint mistake, which is unfortunate, hugely unfortunate. I think I gave him like a 7.5, when he could have got an 8.5 or something, you know, like a nicer grade. So this whole wave so far is not getting a very favorable score. Not as much as it should have. Just sucks. It just really sucks. I don't want to be a critic. I fucking love this line so goddamn much. I don't want to be a huge critic of it. because things do deserve criticism every once in a while. Not everything is not everyone's making molehills into mountains over here. Some of them are spitting facts, but a lot of people like to be so whiny crybaby. I don't get it. I feel like I'm being the whiny crybaby right now, and that's awful. That's an awful feeling. I hate it. I don't know how they can live with themselves, like, if they feel like this all the time. I guess they just don't think they feel like whiny crybabies, but I feel like it, even though honestly I think my critiques have been pretty valid. They're all about paint, or in this case, articulation on this fucking thing. God, do I just hope the next wave is no problems. I really want no problems on that whole next wave. I am going to be heartbroken if that next wave has a lot of problems like this one, because this wave I was supposed to love. I love the next wave. You know how many figures in the next wave I'm fucking hyped for? Half of them. All the ones that aren't repaints, basically. The ones that are repaints, yeah, I fucking hate. I don't hate them, but I'm not getting them. Like, I'm not getting Crimson I'm not getting the Crimson Vipers. I don't need those. I'm not getting the Desert Snake Eyes. I really don't need that one. That's not a very good look for that figure, in my opinion. I like the color scheme, but something about it, they need to remold his arm and legs if they wanted me to get that. Like, he needs to be pinless, and then I would have got him. I would have got him if he was pinless. Without being pinless, stupid repaint, not gonna buy it. Also, like, the color they painted the sword too, I forgot about that. That was so ugly. God, anyways, so not hyped for that one, but I am extremely hyped for, like, Tunnel Rat. Tunnel Rat's one of my favorite Joes. One of my favorite Joe characters, not like the Cobra here, Scrap Iron who's one of my favorite. No. Like, my favorite Joe character is Tunnel Rat. And then another one is Lowlight. My absolute favorite might just be Lowlight, and he's in that wave, so I hope he's right. I don't want him to be wrong. I'm gonna be heartbroken if he's wrong. He's like my fucking favorite. He is my absolute favorite. I'm gonna be so pissed if I get some stupid defect on mine. And then, God, so those two, big hype for. Big hype for the Firefly Retro, because I missed out on Cobra Island Firefly, but I wasn't even really a big fan of that look anyways. Glad I missed it, because I didn't like that look. So I'm hyped for him. I hope he's not messed up in any stupid ways, because he'll look great next to fucking Scrap Iron here. I'm gonna love him. Also hyped for Grunt. I hope Grunt looks good. He's so simple. If he doesn't, I'm gonna lose my gourd. He's like 2 colors, and I was a little nervous about the head sculpt. It kind of looked like we were gonna get another Falcon. Falcon's head was really fucked up, like just hugely fucked up. But from what I've seen from the pictures of him at Comic-Con, of Grunt at Comic-Con, he looks good. He looks like he's an alright figure. Like, he's good. Not fucked up in any way. But then again, that does not account for random paint defects. Who knows? You might have fucked up paint like rock and roll. That would suck. That would really suck, because he's such a simple-ass figure. I wouldn't imagine it. I wouldn't entertain that idea. Big hype for Nunchuck. I love Nunchuck. He's got to be my second favorite ninja character behind Snake Eyes. Like, I didn't like the other ninja that we got earlier in this way, in this series. Whatever his name was, the fucking redhead kid. He's so plain and stupid, I didn't like him. Fucking, what is his name? Like, starts with a K. So unmemorable, not buying him, don't care to remember his name. End of sentence. Nunchuck, however, cool figure. Comes with so many cool accessories that they gave him for classified, but if he would have just came with the sword and the nunchuck, that would have been good enough for me. Super cool. Love the color scheme, love the paint scheme, so I hope he's not fucked up in any way. Yeah, that's like 5 figures I'm hyped for. That's like half that wave. A little more than half the wave, isn't it? I guess if you don't count repaints, it's more than half the wave, but if you count repaints, I think it is just half the wave. Anyways, super hyped. Hope it's not fucked up in any inconceivable ways. That would really fuck me up. Oh, not even to mention more figures that aren't released, like Snowjob. Hyped for Snowjob. I hope he's not fucked up. Love him. He's, my favorite Polar Joe. Hope he's not fucked up. That just announced, just up for pre-order. God, I'm sorry, I'm like winded myself with this fight. I need a drink of water. It's my lips are getting, my mouth is getting dry. Anyways, fucking, they did. God, I'm blanking on his name. Tripwire. They announced the Tripwire figure for December. Yeah, that's so long from now. But again, I hope he is not fucked up in any unconceivable ways. I would hate that because he looks really cool. I like Tripwire. You know, like I want to get a Tripwire figure. I'd hate to miss out on not buying him because he's fucked up in some way. That would suck. So I'm like, I just don't want these things to be fucked up in such stupid little ways. There's such little minor inconvenience ways that they're fucked up that it's like, wow, that is like devastating. I'd rather them be big problems, because if they were big problems, I could report them to Hasbro and then get replacements. The fact that there's such little minor inconvenience ways, it's like, oh, I can't report this. They're gonna laugh at me. They're gonna be like, oh, well, sorry, sir. Go fuck yourself. Go sit on a missile from the drone. But damn. They're just. So yeah, this is like going on a bit ranty. So yeah, I hope the next wave hopefully isn't fucked up, or else I'm gonna be destroyed. That might be where I draw the line for this fucking line, because I'm a big defender and lover of this line. I hate for it to be fucked up. This wave is a little fucked up, honestly. It shouldn't have been. It was supposed to be a good wave, a solid wave. Here we are though, with it being all a little fucked up. Like, damn. That's irritating. Makes me feel like a whiny crybaby, and that sucks. I hate feeling like this. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I hope you come back for Torpedo's review. Till then, have a great day. Well, have a better day than me, at least. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See ya.